I can tell you right now that I have played Rainbow Six Siege X, but for now, we're going to have to wait until the full reveal on March 13th to hear a little bit more, which is only a few weeks away from this video's upload, and very close as well to the release of Operation Prep Phase, which is Year 10 Season 1, setting everything in place for what is to come next. And just so no one is confused, any gameplay which is seen in this video outside of the teaser trailer will just be from either Operation Prep Phase's test server or standard Rainbow Six Siege. So although we are going to have to wait a little bit longer for the Siege X reveal, I'm going to be talking about stuff which is all publicly out there, which Alex and Joshua were talking about at the announcement itself, because there's still so many questions in the community which will most likely be answered on March 13th, but some of them can already be officially answered now thanks to what was said at the announcement itself. So I think the first and most important thing which was stated is that this is not Siege 2. They made it very clear to make sure that you know that this is not a sequel. Rather, in their own words, this is an evolutionary update coming to Rainbow Six Siege at the tail end of Year 10 Season 1. Hence the name of Year 10 Season 1 being Operation Prep Phase. Now, them telling us that this is not Siege 2 isn't really a big surprise. Alexander already publicly stated, I think over a year ago at this point, that there will never be a Siege 2. This is something they never plan on making, and this also came around the time where a lot of other games were releasing an albeit useless sequel, such as Overwatch 2, which is already backtracking on so many choices and it's basically just turning into Overwatch 1 again. Ubisoft have been very clear for years now that they don't plan on ever making a Rainbow Six Siege 2. That is why one of the first things they say at this announcement is that this isn't a sequel, it's an update to Siege, but it's bigger than just a normal update. An update which is so big that they have been working on it for the past 3 years in the background. That can help explain why content has been dropping off for the past few years when it comes to the roadmaps and what we've been getting, as in their own words, the R6 team has been working tirelessly to bring to life the biggest transformation in the game's history, and its purpose is to reinforce Rainbow Six Siege's position as the top of the tactical first-person shooters. So I wanted to clarify the point that this wasn't Siege 2 because I've seen so many people asking me, am I going to have to buy a new game or something like that? They have publicly stated this is still Rainbow Six Siege. Now, we have a brand new identity for Siege as well when it comes to its logo and the title card itself. Whether this is just for Siege X itself or it is going to be the new standard going forward, we are yet to see, but we have an entirely new 6 logo, replacing the gun in the middle with now a bullet, which I think is actually a lot more slick than before. And as well as this, we have an entirely new title card, which uses Sledge's hammer through the middle of it, just going to show how much of an icon Sledge is now, and he is now the probably biggest mascot the game has ever had and will have going forward. Now, one of the things that Alexander said is this is setting the stage for the next 10 years of Rainbow Six Siege. They have already publicly stated before that they are more than willing to go for the next 10 years, and more than likely even further if people still want this game to keep going. If Ubisoft stops supporting it, a lot of us will probably stop playing. Or on the other hand, if a lot of us stop playing, then Ubisoft will stop supporting it. So as long as we exist as the audience, Ubisoft are happy to keep on going with Siege, which is so nice to hear, not just as a content creator, because obviously I make videos on this for a living, but as a fan. And I know sometimes with content creators it might be hard to see this, but I am always a fan first and a content creator second. Everything I do now for the game, I done that shit for free before I even made content. I'm just a bit lucky that I've managed to make a career out of it. But I am always a fan of Siege first and a content creator second. This game is such a big part of my life, and I truly cannot state how much it means to me and how much I love it. So hearing them say that they are reinforcing the foundations of Siege, making new ways of gameplay, as Joshua said, while still keeping the core feeling of Siege itself, it's really nice to hear that they share the same feelings as I do as a super fan. So yes, the full reveal is only a few weeks away on March 13th, and there will be some exclusive drops for this, which they have said on the website, which is pretty cool. Make sure you're subbed. I'll show you what these drops are the moment they become public. I've not seen them, so quite excited to see what they are going to be like. Some really cool Siege X related stuff, I imagine. And we also have the opportunity as the community to choose what the next bundle for Siege X is going going to be. And they gave us this option of 3 different ash bundles. Now, from what I've seen on social media, it is quite tied between the first 2. The one on the right hand side isn't performing as well, which I am sad to see because that is the one I have voted for, and that is the one I really want in the game. So I think you vote for this on Twitter, I'm not sure, or maybe it's a culmination across all socials. But yeah, if you guys are voting, vote for the one on the right. Maybe I think it's pretty cool, but you know, vote for which one you want. Of course, I'm only kidding, but I really do like that third one. But yes, let's also start looking at the little teaser which they did give off. So it starts off in the basement of Clubhouse with a little panning shot down the hallway. It then cuts to operators Sledge and Capcan making their way around the side of a building. All of this with this red filter over it, which does seem to be the aesthetic they are currently going for Siege X, which is really cool. And we then cut back to that scene of Clubhouse's hallway where we see a drone. Now the next frame shows us someone holding the UNP, as well as this looking at a helicopter in the sky. And then we continue to get a bunch of different images here, going back to Clubhouse's basement, showing operators on the rappel on the side of the building. And then we get to see a bunch of explosives going off in this basement, showing some destruction, which we all know and love in Siege. Destroying many different elements of this map, including a fire extinguisher, which is on the wall. But most importantly, something which people have noticed out is that you can see Clash's shield in the background of this hallway in Armory, which I wonder if they are teasing something there or it is just part of the design, since that is an armory. So I guess having Clash's shield there would make a bit of sense. But I'm sure all of you have probably watched this trailer a bunch of different times and trying to micro-analyze everything. So let me know your thoughts on the teaser they have posted. So although we do have some time between this and its official reveal, I want to then ask you the questions. What is something you would like to see in Siege X? They have already publicly stated that this is going to include graphical updates, audio updates, and reinforce the foundations of Siege. So with that in mind, what would you like to see come in Siege X itself? Of course, I feel like I should mention as well, this event in Atlanta, Georgia does have tickets for it, so you as the public can come. However, they are currently sold out. But yeah, very exciting time to be a Siege fan. We have Operation Prep Phase coming soon, and then we also have the reveal of Siege X. So what was your thoughts on this initial announcement of Siege X? And also, what's your thoughts on Raordra? Oh, they've told me how to say it, and I say it wrong every time. Raordra. The New Zealand operator. What do you guys think of the New Zealand operator? I have more videos about her coming very soon. I'm excited to look over her lore, and I have some gameplay stuff as well, interactions, all that jazz. You just got to give me time to work. But those videos will be out, and I am excited to make them. So